Hello everybody and welcome to this hour of song. I'm going to start by doing some older songs and then I'm going to do a few new ones that'll be on the next album. I'm going to start with this. They say the finer things in life are for the rich and well-to-do, but the poor as I am, I take one look at Madame, and I know it isn't true. For all she sees in painting is the dogs of losers at a loss. For her artistic compulsion stops her two coats of emulsion and the skirting board in gloss. Yes, I may well, I do the cleaning around her priceless art, but still, when I talk of Picasso, she talks of Dulux vinyl, but she loves days spent in galleries to recharge her artistic batteries as she brays her mindless flatteries over Renoirs and Modiglianis. When she says, oh, how I love the Dutch, I say, Madame, these are not the Dutch as such, but more south and west of the continent. She says, I know, that's what I meant. They say the finer things in life are for the rich and well-to-do, but still poor as I am, I take one look at Madame, and I know it isn't true. For all she sees in music is to be seen where it's at, with a gaudy decoration and Gautier's latest creation. She looks like a trifle in a hat. Yes, I may well, I do the cooking. Italiano pleases her. But when I talk of Puccini, she talks of Lloyd Webber. But she loves nights at the opera. It must be good for her insomnia as she snores through Kirite Canoa, as she soars through La Cenerentola. And when she says, oh, how I love Verdi, I say, Madame, this is for Rossini, although Verdi was also an Italian gent. She says, I know, that's what I meant. They say the finer things in life are for the rich and well-to-do, but so poor as I am, I take one look at Madame, and I know it isn't true. For all she sees in romance is a swelling bank account, for she has in her possession photos of an indiscretion between a count and his mount. Yes, I may well, I do the washing, all the fine and lacy things. But when I talk of the romantics, she talks of Jackie Collins. But she spends hours in contemplation of the beauty of her reflection. But me, I found the explanation. Her eyes and brain have no connection. When she says, oh, how I'm beautiful, I say, Madame, you're more Neanderthal, too rich, too stupid and too arrogant. She says, I know, that's what I meant. There we are. That's Madame. And this is called Wishing They Were You. The evening starts badly. I know I am to blame. She says her favorite color's silver. I say, well, Judas was the same. Don't know what to do. Just spend my evening sitting with other women wishing they were you. Every night I tell them how you made my life a mess, how you look like a heart attack in a little yellow dress. don't know what to do. Just spend my evenings sitting with other women wishing they were you. I don't wanna see nobody if I can't see you. I don't wanna waste their time or mine, but still I do, it's true. I know the evening's wasted before I even know her name. Doesn't matter how it starts, it always ends the same. Don't know what to do. Just spend my evening sitting with other women wishing they were you. I don't wanna see nobody if I can't see you. I don't wanna waste their time or mine, but still I do, it's true. Then I walk home alone, shuffling with my dreams, blowing like yesterday's gossip magazines. Don't know what to do. Just spend my evenings sitting with other women wishing they were you. Oh, I do. Ever since you left, my future's looking black. Darling, won't you tell me, aren't you ever coming back? For until you do, I'll spend my evenings sitting with other women wishing they were you. There we are. That was Wishing They Were You. I'm old enough to know my mind, I'm over 21. I know the things that I don't like and my idea of fun, and I'm happy in the shadows, I'm not hurting anyone. But it just happens to be true, I'm happy in my skin, and although my happiness might not be the greatest sin, some people don't like people who don't like joining in. So I say thanks for your directions, your guidance and corrections, your little interjections, your views and your reflections. But I don't care what you say, let the sheep come out to play. You follow if you want to, I'll go my own way. Now everybody knows a twat who says they should cheer up, but really is it your concern whether I have a cup that is half full or half empty? Why don't you just shut up and ask yourself if, like that tree that falls down to the ground when there's no one there to hear it and might not make a sound, is everyone still miserable when you're not around? So I say thanks for your directions, your guidance and corrections, your little interjections, your views and your reflections. I don't care what you say, no one likes you anyway. You babble if you want to, I'll go my own way. I met a shiny-headed man who had a flag tattoo. He said he loved his country and that I should love it too. I said I'd love it even more without the likes of you. When they play God Save the King, well, I choose not to rise. I'm quite happy where I am, I don't need the exercise. But there's always someone there on hand to criticize. So I say thanks for your direction, guidance and corrections, your little interjections, your views and your reflections. But I don't care what you say, let the national anthem play. You stand if you want to, I'll go my own way. I saw a group of Jesus friends out preaching fire and hell. They had their poor unfortunate young children there as well. Why must parents take their kids along? Well, let me tell. Well, it's 'cause they were branded too when they were a kid, and so now they brand their own, just like their parents did. But let their children choose their gods, ha, God forbid. So I say thanks for your directions, your guidance and corrections, your little interjections, your views and your reflections. But I don't care what you say, you can throw your life away on bullshit if you want to. Let them go their own way. Now there are choices there for those who like to walk in step. There's the Army or the Navy, or there's the RAF, or the Foreign Legion too, if you just want to forget. And if that is the life for you, I wish you all the best. But when the crowds are cheering, allow me to feel depressed when I remember Owen's Dulce et Decorum Est. So I say thanks for your directions, your guidance and corrections, your little interjections, your views and your reflections. But I don't care what you say, stand stiff on Remembrance Day when you can if you want to. I'll go my own way. So I don't want to join your gang, I don't want to belong. No, I'm quite happy as I am singing my little song. And I'd like it even more if you didn't sing along. No, I'll let others sacrifice their dignity for fame, or live life clinging on by the skin of daddy's name. It's up to you what you do, but I won't play that game. So I say thanks for your directions, your guidance and corrections, your little interjections, your views and your reflections. But I don't care what you say, my buttocks won't go on display. You spread yours if you want to, I'll go my own way. There we are. That's My Own Way. And this next one is a song about childhood. This is called Only This High. I remember the taste of that silver spoon that fed me and clothed me and kept me from harm. The fingers that wrapped me so tender and warm in blankets of kindness, lest I should fall. My days began in the light of the dawn, in the vastness of stillness that hung in the hall, when the sun's first rays seeped soft over all to color the gardens and silence the moon. I was only this high, and so proud of my years, I counted my age in quarters and halves. I counted the cares of the world on one hand, and counted my own in the tinsel of dreams. I was only this high when the tide first came in on the castles I built on the edge of the sand, when the sea first decayed the walls that I'd made, and murmured the truths of days yet unseen, and of years in between. I lived in a house so white and so high, like a ship that had stopped just short of the sea. and I was just a passenger there, waiting impatient for that journey to pass. I ran on the downs with a breeze in my hair, and dreamt in the flowers, and swam in the grass, and splashed in the shouts of the wind through the trees, and floated in fields that stared at the sky. I was only this high, and I wanted to see my oncoming years before they saw me. I wanted to have much more than to need, to fight like a king and like a soldier to bleed. I was only this high, and my eyes were so young. They looked at the sun and saw rivers of gold. They looked at the rain and saw the tears of God, and they screwed up and cried when the wind was too cold. I was only this high when I first spoke a lie, when I played in the woods and watched the summertime die, when I learned how to laugh and was taught not to cry, though I still don't know why. And I was only this high when I first saw your face, when I first felt my world revolve in the arms of an 8-year-old girl, when she smiled my name, when I knew that my life would never be the same. And I was only this high when I first burnt the wings of my angelic youth on a few simple sins that Jesus forgave every Sunday at 10, so that by 12 o'clock I could do them again. And I was only this high when I first felt the pain of a love that dissolves like snow in the rain, but still that lost love, because it was not my own, did not break my heart, though it did break my home. I was only this high, but this high was high enough to see the curtain come down and the years give way to the vagabond life that brings me here today. This is a song about my 10-year-old nephew, name of Thomas, who has taken to swearing uncontrollably. This is the age of the naked emperors. My 10-year-old nephew, name of Thomas, ironically left us with no doubt in him. The devil was up on us, and that devil was devout when he began to scream and shout, and streams of filth came pouring out. We tried to bribe him into silence with threats of Santa's non-compliance, but that just deepened his defiance. He said, "Open your eyes, I know it's Dad, you fucking twats. This is the age of the naked emperors, the psychic conjurers, the jungle and X-Factor. This is the age of the aura therapist. Your devils are all cock now, please get dressed, we're not impressed." And so, to calm his disposition and help take his mind off everything, we took him to an exhibition of those artists that are in, where people nod and stroke their chin at those great artworks housed within. But as I gave an explanation of just what made an installation, he cut across my ostentation. He said, "Open your eyes, it's just a bed, you fucking twats. This is the age of the naked emperors, the psychic conjurers, the jungle and X Factor. This is the age of the or a therapist. We've all looked at your cock, now please get dressed, we're not impressed. I said, my songs will make me famous, I'll get rich and have you cured abroad. He said, my claims were quite outrageous, and that my evidence was flawed. My songs left everybody bored, and I was hated or ignored. I said, no, fame will be the answer. It will bring me love and cash and laughter, and then I'll live happy ever after. He said, open your eyes, it isn't real, you fucking twat. This is the age of the naked emperors, the psychic conjurers, the jungle and X Factor. This is the age of the or a therapist. We're voting off your cock, now please get dressed, we're not impressed. So then we came to this decision, to place him in the hands of God. The vicar said an exorcism would soon put right the little sod. We gave the reverend a nod, don't spoil the child nor spare the rod. But there before the congregation, as people prayed for his salvation, young Tom cried out with indignation. He said, open your eyes, there's nothing there, you fucking twats. This is the age of the naked emperors, the psychic conjurers, the jungle and X Factor. This is the age of the or a therapist. 2,000 years of cock, now please get dressed, we're not impressed. So finally we took him to a clinic to see what the doctor could explain. She looked him over for a minute, then she said, you come in vain, he isn't ill, he's got a brain, and that's what's driving him insane. And so, good people, in summation, don't give your kids an education. Intelligence just breeds frustration when you're living in a world that's fucking full of fucking twats. This is the age of the naked emperors, the psychic conjurers, the jungle and X Factor. This is the age of the or a therapist. Just put away your cocks and please get dressed, we're not impressed. That was the Naked Emperors. Okay, yes, now I'm going to do a song called The Last Dance. I do like the intro to this song. It would be really nice if I could play it properly. Here goes. Dancing around with a love that you found, then before you know, the time's come to go, and this is the end of the affair. Caught unawares like musical chairs, when the melody stops and everything drops, and this is the end of the affair. Time and again, turning in vain, the games are the same as when we were young. But how great a lie is once bit, twice shy, when you gaze in the eyes of your next great defeat. Dancing along for the length of a song, holding on tight till they turn on the light, and this is the end of the affair. Holding on blind to all you can find, like blind man's buff. You take the rough with the rough, and this is the end of the affair. Day after day, we swear not to play those games we would play when we were young. But day after day, those words that we say all drift away in the arms of another last dance. Dancing slow with the lights burning low, till her hand in your hand becomes the hand for the band, and this is the end of the affair. Left to right, past the parcel all night, and with every new game you lose a layer of shame, and this is the end of the affair. But the memories soon fade like tears in the shade, in those games that we played when we were young. For we know in advance that every last dance is the very last chance to fall in love. That was The Last Dance. And now I'm going to do some new ones. This is the first one. Spun its graffiti all along Rue Mirabeau. The girls round here come cheaply all along Rue Mirabeau. The people here judge you obliquely, you said, and you should know. Tell me of your days gone by, when you grew up just down the road, living life caught in the headlights of a world that gave you nothing but your mother's smile and a love of sad songs. Sometimes when you felt alone, some nights you went with strangers rather than go back home. Some nights you went with strangers, seduced by any kindness you were shown. when your dreams outweighed the dangers. The last time that you ran away, no one tried to come after you, living life caught in the headlights of a world that gave you nothing but your mother's smile and a love of sad songs. You'd hurt me when it was easy, just like you felt nothing inside. You'd hurt me, then you'd curse me, just like you felt nothing inside. You'd hurt me without mercy, and then I'd hold you as you cried. You tried to take away the pain with anything you thought you could, living life caught in the headlights of a world that gave you nothing but your mother's smile and a love of sad songs. But those days are far behind you. Take courage and turn the key. You tell me he plays the piano. Take courage and turn the key. He brings you flowers, he brings you flowers. Oh, and you're in love again, Marie. It's good to see you smile again, Marie. It's good to see you in love again, Marie. There we are. That's In Love Again, Marie. And this one is called The Rain. Doesn't go like that. Look at those two holding each other, daring the rain to tear them apart. She's old enough to be his mother. He's young enough to steal her heart. Sheets of rain or sheets of cotton, they don't care, or they've just forgotten. Oh, how easily lovers forget. Now they just stand there soaking wet. Look at those two holding each other. Ah, but it's true, when you're lovers you don't feel the rain like you do when you're waiting in vain, like you do still hoping again, like you do for someone to love. And look at that man shaking his fist, cursing the rain or maybe himself. He hurls his hate into the mist and leaves his love to fend for itself. Him, once the king of every day, crushes his crown and throws it away. once the envy of every regret. Now he just stands there soaking wet. Look at that man shaking his fist. Ah, but it's true, when you're that pissed, you don't feel the rain like you do when you're waiting in vain, like you do, still hoping again, like you do, for someone to love. And look at that girl stick out her tongue, tasting the rain or pulling a face. Innocent days of innocent fun, before the kiss and before the chase. And tomorrow will come with the ways of the world, the heartache and lace, the banners unfurled, the dreams you replace with whatever you get. Now she just stands there soaking wet. Look at that girl stick out her tongue. Ah, but it's true, when you're that young, you don't feel the rain like you do when you're waiting in vain, like you do, still hoping again, like you do, for someone to love. There we are, that's called The Rain. And this is the title track of the album. This is called Victoria. It isn't about somebody called Victoria. It's just about it's just based around the area of London. Step outside together, using our coats for cover, as people dart and hover like blossoms collecting in shop doorways. The night air fills with thunder, you giggle in the puddles. I wish that I could hold your hand as the rain comes down across Victoria. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of crazy about you. I don't know, maybe I just can't see myself without you. So maybe it's better if I go. Maybe it's better to walk away than tell you so. I don't know, maybe it feels like something is over, and it's time for something new. I know they'll soon come running, those gilded boys of summer, with their electric eyes and their laser beams and their valentines and their visions of tomorrow. Some kind of rock and roll empty promises, your sister says, with their seesaw smiles and their blank suggestions. And well, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of crazy about you. I don't know, maybe I just can't see myself without you. So maybe it's better if I go. Maybe it's better to walk away than tell you so. I don't know, maybe it feels like something is over, and it's time for something new. I watch us in slow motion, running towards the station, as you look beyond tomorrow to your chocolate walls and your fading flowers, and there the image freezes, held like a plastic Jesus, with your hair so black and wild and your laugh like smoke that gets in everything. I don't know, maybe I was just kind of crazy about you. Right, that was Victoria. Now, back to the old stuff. This is Midnight in Trieste. How the lightning lights again all those memories of you. The hailstones on the glass, the skylight cracked in two, the little room beneath the eaves where the rain came dripping in, the stories of my life I wrote upon your skin, the days when we gave up, the nights when we gave in, how every drop of rain takes me back again. And it's midnight in Trieste, and I can see your face again, and there's nothing but the wind howling through my veins, and the tears in my eyes mingle with the rain, and the smell of your perfume, and the thunder of the trains. And you say, you'd better go, and when I kiss you, you say, don't. When I say we'll meet again, you say, you fool, you know we won't. And the guard begins to shout, and the bell begins to ring, and you hold me close and whisper, remember when you sing this song for me, for the Café Copenhagen, for the lights across the square, for our cherry blossom garden. And as the blossoms fall, as they will day by day, amore mio, un giorno ti dimenticherai di me. You said I would forget you, and though I've done my best with sailors' wives and whiskey, when it rains, it's always midnight in Trieste. And now the mornings sees no more the gentle whispers of your scent. Sometimes I think we hardly knew what we had, what it meant. And now everywhere I look, I see the ghosts of you in the fog of every face, in everything I do. And I know what people say, and God knows I know it's true, that men so often make the shadows they pursue. And it's midnight in Trieste, and I can see your face again, and there's nothing but the wind howling through my veins, and the tears in my eyes mingle with the rain, and the smell of your perfume, and the thunder of the trains. And you say, you better go, and when I kiss you, you say, don't. When I say we'll meet again, you say, you fool, you know we won't. and the guard begins to shout, and the bell begins to ring, and you hold me close and whisper, remember when you sing. Sing this song for me, for the Café Copenhagen, for the lights across the square, for the cherry blossom garden. And as the blossoms fall, as they will day by day, amore mio, un giorno ti dimenticherai di me. You said I would forget you, and though I've done my best with sailors' wives and whiskey, when it rains, it's always midnight in Trieste. There we are, that's midnight in Trieste. And now, Terry's dog. Now. Now Terry is as blind as blind can be, but still he hopes he might be cured by God's divinity. And though we tried to tell him not to hope too much, and that these gods are very old and may have lost their touch, still every now and then we take him down to Lourdes, where they hang up all the crutches of those people they have cured. And though they haven't helped him yet, he says that one day, if they do, there in God's trophy cabinet, he'll hang his guide dog too. But Terry's dog is smiling, he must know something we don't know. Oh yes, Terry's dog is smiling, but he doesn't let it show. Though sometimes late at night he sounds just like he might be taking a piss. Is that dog barking or laughing? Now Terry himself will be the first to confess that he's rather partial to the sins of the flesh. And though we tried to tell him that he might find that's the very reason why he first went blind, still we take him down the brothel and let him have a bash. We tell him that she's beautiful, well, why waste all his cash? But Terry dreams of loving a woman other than a whore. She'll lead him on so sweetly till he can show that dog the door. But Terry's dog is smiling, he must know something we don't know. Oh yes, Terry's dog is smiling, but he doesn't let it show. Though sometimes late at night he sounds just like he might be taking a piss. Is that dog barking or laughing? Though Terry's not religious, of Bacchus he's a fan. He likes to get completely pissed as often as he can. And though we tried to tell him it's not very fair, being blind to get blind drunk, he's always halfway there. Still every night we take him round the cafes and the bars. We sit there softly dreaming of a world that could be ours. A world where everybody's blind to the differences within all races and religions and the color of their skin. But Terry's dog is smiling, he must know something we don't know. Oh yes, Terry's dog is smiling, but he doesn't let it show. Though sometimes late at night he sounds just like he might be taking a piss. Is that dog barking or laughing? There we are, Terry's dog. And this is a song about getting older. Standing here, you could almost touch the sea. A salt wind rakes the waves in front of me. The flower beds covered now with lawn instead. Behind the door, junk mail piles up in the hall. Lace curtains catch the breeze and rise and fall. And everywhere the smell of damp fills the air. And me, I'm the turning of the leaves, convictions mellowed by the sun, fires lit when I was young, all put out one by one, but how the scent of you stays with me, waits for me in every corner of this room. How the fading light betrays those summer days that soon gave way to these, the turning of the leaves. All around, everything is lined with dust. Frozen faces fade in photographs. A love's remains trapped by time in silver frames. And me, I'm the turning of the leaves. More October than July, more past and passerby, more lost beneath the sky. But how the scent of you stays with me, waits for me in every corner of this room. How the fading light betrays those summer days that soon gave way to these, the turning of the leaves. Turning of the leaves. Right, that's the turning of the leaves. I'm going to do one more, just because it's quite fun to sing. And this is called Entertaining Miss Steinway. If anyone should call by your phone, say Mr. Jeays is not at home tonight. I'm entertaining Miss Steinway. She's rustled up some double bass. Keep a smile upon my face tonight. I'm entertaining Miss Steinway. She brought along an entourage, some rhythm and some jazz guitars. I'll sing the songs, you bang your drums. We'll light this light till morning comes. She can jazz it, razzmatazz it, any old way Miss Steinway has it. Just let her play, satisfaction's guaranteed. She can use it, she can blues it, just you let Miss Steinway choose it. Any old how, she just knows what you need. Let her tickle some classical, just lie back and laugh a little tonight. I'm entertaining Miss Steinway. It, razzmatazz it, any old way Miss Steinway has it. Just let her play, satisfaction's guaranteed. She can use it, she can blues it, just you let Miss Steinway choose it. Any old how, she just knows what you need. Let her tickle some classical, just lie back and laugh a little tonight. I'm entertaining Miss Steinway. She brought along her entourage, some rhythm and some jazz guitar. She'll string you up, leave you hanging from the beams. Oh, I'll sing the songs, yeah, you bang your drums. We'll light this light till morning comes. Oh, you don't know, she don't know mercy or what it means. Let her tickle some classical, just lie back and laugh a little tonight. I'm entertaining Miss Steinway. Let her tickle some classical, just lie back and laugh a little tonight. I'm entertaining Miss Steinway. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed listening to these songs, and hopefully we shall see each other at some point soon. Thanks very much. Bye.